Hello and welcome. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Linkind door and window sensor. This is a very inexpensive sensor that you can use either on your windows or doors, and you can get two of these sensors for less than $24. I'll tell you about them, and I'll also show you how to get them set up in the SmartThings app. That's up next. Okay, I wanted to go ahead and show you one of the items that I have on my Amazon store as a substitute contact sensor or window door sensor, since the SmartThings sensors are no longer available. So this is an alternative, and it's a very inexpensive alternative. In the package, it has the two sensors, and if I take those and put them aside here, they also have two packages of mounting hardware. They have a guide that is not much help for the SmartThings user because these are actually made for the Linkind hub, but they can be used with SmartThings with a little bit of setup, and I'll show you how to get them working. And then there's a Linkind contact card as well that has a phone number, an email address, and also a web address. So within the hardware package, you have two mounting screws, two drywall anchors, you have the reset pin, and then you have a mounting plate for the sensor itself. So looking at the sensor, one thing that really threw me at first was that I think you can see here the magnet side is a lot taller than the sensor itself. And this threw me until I realized that after you take off the tab that would cause the battery to connect and start pairing, then you can put on this mounting plate. So you mount this plate on the wall like so, shows this side up, and then once you have that mounted, then your sensor goes on like so. So with that mounting plate in place, you put it next to the sensor, you can see now that they're perfectly flush. So that took away that concern. The other concern that I had was that I didn't think there was a magnet in these whatsoever, because as you know, with the SmartThings contact sensors, if you use those in the past, you get the magnet anywhere close to the sensor, they snap together. Well, there is virtually no pull on these at all, so I thought they may have forgotten to put the magnets in them. But after I was able to pair the device, I find that they're working. They show open and close. So there is a magnet in there, it's just not a very strong magnet. The other thing I noted that you have a QR code on here that if you want to use that to do the setup, you can. When I set it up, I just selected find nearby devices. So I would take this and put it in pairing mode, and you do that just by holding this 3 seconds. So when I do this, you're going to see a red light flash. So I'm pressing 1, 2, 3, and there you see it's in pairing mode, and then you can easily set it up in the SmartThings app. How you know the side, the correct side to put together, you got these little markings, these little hash marks on there, so that's the side you use. The other side has the LinkedIn name on the side. So pretty nice, attractive little sensor, not as large as some of the other sensors that are out there on the market, which is kind of nice. They're not that obvious. So let's go ahead and get into the setup. Okay, we're in here on my SmartThings app, and we're going to go ahead and go into adding a device, and you do that by hitting that plus sign up in the upper right hand side. So we'll do that, and we'll tap on device, and next we're just going to go to the bottom lower right hand corner and hit scan nearby. Okay, and I'm going to take my device and I'm going to pull this tab, and you see there it's starting discovery. So we'll let it scan there. and see if it picks it up. It takes about 30 seconds to pick it up. So at first I didn't think it was going to find it, but it'll find it here in just a minute. Or half a minute, to be more precise. So there you see it did find it. I'm going to leave it as a thing so you can see that show up within the SmartThings IDE, because that's where we need to go next. We need to change the type of device it is. So let's go back to the device list. And you see at the bottom there, it's showing up as a thing. So let's go into the IDE, and we need to change the device type in there. That's step number 2. Okay, so here we are into the device list. You see here is the thing that it found. If I go in there and hit edit, you're going to see that the type it defaults to is 2015 Samsung Smart TV. What we want to do is go down through this list, and what we're looking for is this SmartSense multi-sensor right here. So we'll click on that, hit update, and then you'll see, if you see the phone here, it's showing your thing is connected to Alexa with the SmartThings app. So let's go ahead and go back into the SmartThings app at this point. That will be step 3. Okay, so here we are back into the SmartThings app, and you'll see that the thing now says no vibration. When we click on it, you're going to see that it looks like it's disconnected. At that point I was kind of stumped. That's when I went online and looked, and I saw where you actually need to go back in as if you're adding a device, and you need to re-add this device. Okay, so let's go back up to the plus sign and tap on the plus sign. We'll hit device, and then I'm going to hit scan nearby. At this point, I'm going to grab my sensor, and I'm going to go ahead and put it into pairing mode. You'll see that red light flash again. Okay, now I want you to watch the screen as it's scanning. It should come up again a second time, and when it does, this time the sensor will work. It'll show that it is connected. So again, this scan takes up to at least a half a minute, so you have to be a little bit patient as it scans through. When it does come up, there it is, the thing. We'll go ahead and rename it. And I'm going to use this as a bathroom door sensor, so we're going to call this our bathroom door. Hit OK. All right, let's go back. And when we get to the menu, if you long press this, then you can either edit or move it to another room. I'm going to move it to the bathroom and hit move. Okay, now if we scroll up to the bathroom group, you'll see bathroom door sensor is open. So let's go ahead and close it and see if it's working. Okay, now the bathroom door sensor on the left is the one that I already have pre-installed in the bathroom, and the one on the right is the one that I have here. Let's test it, see how it does. So you see there, it's working really well. So I'll show you what this looks like installed. So I'll take you up to my bathroom and show you it in action so you can see it triggering the lights on and off. So what I did is I just wrote a simple automation that when I close the door, the light turns on, and open the door, the light turns off. There's also an overhead light on there that we can switch from outside the door, but it's nice to have that turn on automatically. So I want to show you the installed sensor. When we go into the sensor, you're going to see that the contact sensor shows that it's open. These temperature and vibration sensors do not work, nor does the 3-axis sensors. The only thing that work on this particular contact sensor is the open or closed indication, and I'll close it here so you can see. So there, it's closed. So that works, as well does the battery indicator work. But other than that, these other temperature and motion are non-existent in this particular device. So as you can see, there's about 3 steps to set this up, but it's not too difficult. Anybody can do that. If you're familiar with logging in on the IDE, it's just a matter of changing that device type and then searching for the device a second time, and then it's recognized. So I trust you found this review useful. This is an alternative to the missing multi-purpose sensors. So if you're looking for door sensors and you want something that's very inexpensive, these are an alternative that you can use, and they're aesthetically pleasing because of their small nature. So I appreciate you watching today, and we'll see you in the next episode.